All right, welcome to Comicwrestlecast. I don't know why I said it slow like that, but I apparently wanted to hesitate. This is the comic shop. I am the clerk, your host, whatever you want to call me, Ace Williams.
There's a lot of names for you.
There are. You can call me all of them because I've been called all of them. I dare you to come up with a new one. I dare it. But to my left is, as always, the deadly one, Dave. And joining us, returning with us again, once again, the Fist. Again.
Marcadius.
Seems like we can't do one without a co-host lately.
It's kind of fun to switch it and have it
is.
interchangeable, because the one we just did, we had Stone Cold Steven. I love that he came up with that nickname.
We didn't prompt him or nothing. He came up with
that nickname. Very good, Steven.
Cool.
He came on and we did an Attitude Era about like the WWF, like the Brock and Austin and that.
Cool.
I thought it went really well too.
I did too. I enjoyed the hell out of it. We're gonna do a horror movie one, Halloween. You know, it'd probably just be a Halloween special, pretty much, with horror movies and shit. Do you want to come and do that?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
It'll
so
be 4 of us then.
right, that's gonna be it. We're gonna have Steven, you, me, and the deadly one. I'm probably gonna try to figure out a layout so we can see all of us in it. Maybe
Halloween stuff.
No, I'm trying to think, and even if we're on the recording right now, coming up with it. Thinking of maybe doing a layout this way where we're all sitting across 4 tape. Like, I'll find something bigger, and 2 people on each end, then 2 people on this end, and we'll put the camera this way, facing that way, and I can figure out like Halloween something, because I got some Halloween stuff I can put up in the background. I know Steven says he's got some Halloween shit he wants to bring over. You have to dress up, though. It is a requirement.
He had a book of notes with him. He had more notes than I
Wow.
He did. He had a list of them, and they're over there. And I mean, dude, detailed.
I saw some of them, yeah.
Detailed. But I like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't ever have really material unless it's something. It's like, let's talk about this thoroughly.
Yep.
So it's nice to have like, oh, see, I don't remember that. I'm glad you're here to say it then. Like the Rock pay-per-view you guys were talking about. It's like, I remember it, but I don't. Unless I'm watching it maybe once a year, I don't recall that shit, you know?
Yep.
So notes are good.
Notes are good, if that's the way you like to play it, but I like to play the game a little dangerously. And speaking of danger, look at this right here. This, cover up that. Cover up the addresses. It's all in China talk. This is going to be our first ever unboxing. I know what the hell it is. So it's not like, oh, what's in the bag? Like we said, this is an off the chain cuff episode. We really
Off
don't
the
have
rails.
we don't have a topic, so we're just gonna kind of bullshit and see where it goes.
I like it.
And if it gets hot in here, there is a fan. You guys can turn it up. I'm dressed up nice only because I went to court today and I had a victory.
I like that. I like hearing that.
I'll put it a little bit out there. $1,200 I was getting sued for from a lawyer that you have had as well in the past that you know of. And he sent his secretary to represent him today. And the judge didn't like, apparently, what she had to say. She liked the story. And not even the story. I don't want to make it sound like I embellish, but she believed what I was saying. And she goes, you know, that's a story that doesn't really sound made up. And she goes, and I can believe a lawyer in those circumstances could have said the things that are being portrayed. This, and that, and she, by the end of it, she says that I'm going to have to go in the favor of the defendant and throw this out.
Wow.
So, I am pretty happy because that's $1,200 I don't have. So, you know, there's that. So I'm pretty happy. I'm dressed the way I went to court. Yes, I wore a $5 Walmart blazer.
Going all Vince McMahon with the,
Dude, $5 at Walmart for this. My Toy Story hat. I looked ridiculous, but clearly it pulled itself through, you know, so...
Kind of like Hogan with the do-rag in court.
Let me tell you something, brother. We're gonna look the part, because we are...
You can put a polo shirt on, like, with a
Oh, man, I am... I'm fancy. I know what I'm doing.
Alright.
So, and that's coming off of, like, a minor hangover this morning, so I have the wherewithal to get my shit together. So, on that note, let's open up. Do you guys... I know you guys know what it is, but let's play along. Let's make this fun.
What could it be?
Right. What do you think it could be?
I don't know. I mean, it's a generic bag. It could be
Look at the
something
leaves on the
nefarious
tape.
under there. You know?
I see the leaves on it.
It's for fall, maybe?
It smells of baked goods.
Baked goods. I don't know about baked goods coming through the mail. I'm just.
What do you mean it's from...
Hong Kong?
Pachakang Street, Pukachikao,
Wow.
Nanjing Chickasaw, China.
That wasn't racist at all.
That, how do you...
Just the way you could have said it generically and not, with the accent, but whatever.
Chappy Chappy!
Oh man, that's Japan, man. You're going.
I think I'm turning Japanese, I really think so. I look at the leaves on it. Maybe
Oh my
it's
god, I don't know if they
from
put enough Canada on it.
I love the leaf tape.
This was like how big my daughter was when she was this big. I know Jay and Silent Bob do unboxings.
Yeah.
I don't know what they unbox because their videos are too long for my data, so I never watch them. So, oops, sorry, I almost hit you in the head, the deadly one. You should have prepared for this. Now I look like an asshole.
Well, yeah.
I came up with a new nickname and a shirt. You guys that, if you watch us, if you like us, I'm going to have a new shirt. I want to make it up for me because we were thinking about them. And it's going to say I'm an asshole.
Well, you are, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, it fits.
So. Oh my god, it's bubble wrap! The things you can do with bubble wrap. Oh my god, you can wrap
You're
it
having
around,
way too much trouble with this.
wrap it around your fucking dog and roll him down the stairs.
If I'd known, I would have brought my box cutter from Walmart and you could have gotten right into it.
I know I would have brought my...
Oh, what? It's
Wow.
it's Legos. I never would
Holy
have guessed
shit,
Legos.
who would have thought that? Yeah, those are cool.
Jesus.
How many Legos are there?
It's never ending.
There's the Hulk and a Thanos.
Did it come with directions?
Oh,
He doesn't need directions where he's going.
that's some fucked up shit, it didn't. That sucks.
Oh man.
Wow, that's weird. I've never had like a bad order from Chingachang China before.
There's Legos everywhere.
You know what? It's not nearly as crazy when I got my tower. There was like literally like 65 bags. And all of them.
I'm sure if you Google, you can find the fucking.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, the problem with this is it's not so much a problem anymore as it's a, well, I guess it's going to be left in my hands to create my own.
there you go.
Which I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
It's not like you don't have miscellaneous.
But I still
parts
wanted
around.
the fucking book.
Right.
Because even though it doesn't come with the box, at least getting the book, it's kind of like a, I don't know. It fills that void in my heart that I can't seem to fulfill with things. Whether it's love, friendship, toys, a podcast.
The coffers are filled today.
All right! This is the way we dispose of our Legos.
That was the first unboxing I think you guys.
Yeah, it wasn't really that special. What we will do though for an
I like
unboxing,
it.
do you want to? We should do an unboxing kind of like thing.
We should.
You and I used to order them. I don't know if you were gonna want to jump in on this idea, but I'm gonna do it. Order a Geek Fuel box, and we'll have an unboxing of it, whatever
Okay.
it is, and we'll just
We'll
go from there.
split it. Like do 3-way or
Well, what are they? They're $20 a piece,
yeah.
and they're always gonna say we ordered 3 of them from
They'll
one
all
place.
be
They're
the
all gonna be the
same.
same.
Yeah.
Because that'd have been cool if we all had 3 different boxes. That was like when I went to Walmart and they had those mystery boxes one year.
Yeah.
I bought like 5 of them. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
like
I remember
3 of them
this.
up for Black Friday, and like I'm gonna open 2 of them now. And I open up 2 of them, and they're the fucking same fucking thing in each box. So
I
you had
got
like
one of them.
right. There was like 100 goddamn boxes there, and it's like every one of them is the same. I wonder how many people, like individuals, bought multiples, thinking the same thing
Right.
I did. Like, oh, there's gotta be multiple.
Well, why would you say mystery box if it's not a friggin' mystery?
Right, you should say there's only one mystery. All of these are the same thing. It's just one
It's a
fucking
goddamn
mystery.
Scooby-Doo mystery.
Yeah.
Ruh-roh!
Mystery.
So, now that the shenanigans are done and over with, the unboxing, the secrets, the surprises, the fun, the games, the goddamn shenanigans, Farva.
Want a large farva?
Can you people at home see our logo? There you go. You got to pose with it. The Comic Wrestling Podcast. For a while. We don't know if it's for life because it's not really caught on, but it's for a while.
It's been almost 8 months now, so crazy, right?
Wow.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
And we got over like 1 million viewers and followers, hundreds of thousands,
Thanks, guys.
millions. We want to thank all of you 6. It's been this amazing ride.
Million.
The 3 of us and then the 3 of you out there that equal the 6 of us. We are the Infinity Stones that create this podcast.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, like everything. But yeah, we're doing it a little different again here in the Geek Lounge, Nerd Lounge, whatever the fuck we
It
call
has
it.
many names.
It has many names. But Dave, we're gonna kick it off to you. Neither one of us have seen the new Rambo movie with
Your repertoire of impressions is expanding.
the way you fight you meat. That was the scene when he was in the freezer and Paulie comes in like, "Oh, well, I beat my sister." I don't know. I think that's what he did, didn't he?
Yeah,
Right?
You did beat her, yeah.
Don't make me feel like an asshole. It happened out there. You watch him every
He
year.
threw the turkey out the damn
Out
door.
the damn door because he was pissed and drunk.
You want you?
Paulie, come back here. Oh, well. That's what box.
That's the concussions.
That's
the
what
CTE.
boxing. Exactly. Don't. So,
But I
on to Rambo.
I did go see Rambo: Last Blood. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie.
What is this one? The 5th?
Yeah.
Right, because there's Rambo. Do they call it First Blood?
First
Yep.
Blood's the first one.
Okay. Second Blood?
It's just Rambo 2, I believe, and then Rambo
Taking
3.
a little bit more blood?
And then this one is Rambo: Last Blood, which apparently it's
Right.
going to be his last time doing the character.
Now, don't spoil it for us. But,
I want to see it.
yeah. It's where do you like rank it in Stallone movies? Because you're an 80s guy, you like those 80s movies. We've talked plethora about the 80s movies. If they did all these Rambo movies back in the 80s and 90s, if all 5 of these came out within a couple of years of each other, do you think this would have been like a cool 90s action movie, or do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
would help out.
it started off slow, but they had to do a story, because he's been gone for, how long since the last one when he was in Taipei or wherever.
Right.
he was.
Now, what was the difference there? Because that one I owe a lot to, but like, he was just kind of retired and doing his own
Yeah,
thing.
he's,
and then
he's like at a farmhouse. He's got horses and stuff.
okay, because
Cool.
people came to look for him to help him in the last one, Rambo,
Right.
to go through like the genocidal fucking.
Yeah, he's just kind of off to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like Wolverineing it.
Yeah,
up in the
pretty
mountains.
much. Yeah,
Okay.
trying to live a normal life, and
Cool.
with Rambo, it's not going to work out that way. So. But I mean, the action scenes were pretty badass. The ways he figured out to kill people
Does
was
he rip
actually
anybody's
pretty cool.
throats out?
He ripped something out, but not
A
their
dick?
throat. No. I don't want to
He
ruin it.
definitely made it sound like a dick. He ripped something. A vagina? Was it a woman? And he just.
No.
Give me that pelvis! I'm gonna. Like a
But
bowling
women
ball.
women are kind of the main storyline of this. Something a lot to do with women. And,
I'm a little over this.
no, it's not. It's not in that kind of way, where you think it has to be central to women.
Okay, because I just watched Men in Black, the newest one.
I did not
Oh,
enjoy that one
sorry.
very much.
Tell me that there wasn't women forced jokes in there, constantly saying, the Men in Black? Oh, don't get me started. I've been saying this for years.
Jeez.
You've had 3 movies prior to this. Why now are you making those kind of jokes?
Because it's in fashion.
Because it's in fashion. I didn't like the movie. I won't buy it. I bought
I
The
don't know how to
Dark
rent
Phoenix and liked that before and I'm on record saying I was going to hate that movie.
Yeah, you did. You definitely
Yeah.
did. It is on record.
Oh, Dabagoo! Come at me!
You hated the trailer.
Come at me! I did
just-
like the movie. I thought it was fun.
I didn't like the plot of the new Men in Black. Like, I just didn't like it on all accounts. Like,
It never felt like it started.
yeah.
It always felt like it was in like an epilogue or like right before the credits start. There's that moment of like, oh, we give them like a few minutes of a scene and then credits start and then slow movie into an action movie.
And
It just felt slow.
Hemsworth did not feel comfortable in that character at all.
I feel like his funny works. Like people say he was the best part of the new Ghostbusters movie. I don't think there was a best part. Maybe the CGI. Like, I didn't like Hemsworth in that movie. I didn't like his kind of funny, like, I'm a god, I'm stupid. Like, Thor, it's one thing, because if you allow yourself to believe Thor's real, it's like a culture clash.
Yeah. He's out of his element
Exactly.
no matter where he goes. Yep.
When you just put Chris Hemsworth into a movie like Men in Black, and you just make him, well, I'm like the really attractive guy, but I'm dumb as shit. I'm sorry, then you wouldn't have gotten where you are.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have worked in a real world. I mean, I know we're dealing with aliens, but...
Didn't he have glasses that didn't have lenses in
Yes.
He's the Dudley Boys of Ghostbusters.
Dude, that was so... You've never seen it, right?
No.
There's literally a scene where he's... I don't remember exactly what it is, but he's got, like, glasses on, and even as I'm watching the scene, I'm looking like, where's the reflection of the lens? Like, because there's a light right above him, and I'm one of those detailed people.
Right.
And, like, next thing you know, he's, like, gets an itch in his eye. That's what it was.
Oh.
He got an itch in his eye, and he just puts his finger right through, like, the lens, and there's no lens there.
Just to show that he's really stupid.
Right, and then somebody's like, whoa, why don't you have lens in those? Oh, they're just for, like, looks. They make me look smarter. Like, it's funny because it's stupid, but in the overall, it's like, that's wearing thin.
Yeah.
Like, that wore thin. And that's what he's like in this, and it's just... I didn't enjoy it. I just didn't even... Because even when they went to when they went to the old MIB place, which the timeline didn't make sense to me either in that movie. When they went to the old MIB place in New York City, Mark, I'm sorry if I'm spoiling a little of it for you.
Don't worry.
I mean, it's nothing special.
Yeah.
Tessa Thompson walks in. Now, they show her walking through MIB. You see a couple aliens here and there, but, like, I remember the old ones when you walked through, like, there were way more aliens than there were people.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, like, in my head of, like, well, that's limited. This is lame already. You're the fourth Men in Black movie. You should be, like, the biggest.
It's like they were trying to save money on...
But when she went to the London branch, she walks into it like, dun 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 dun. Like, that's the feeling we should have gotten when she walked into the New York one, but they wanted it to feel special because it's London. So when you go into the London HQ, then that's where you see all the aliens. It's like, it felt, I don't know, I never got myself into the movie of, like, sitting here being like, yeah, this was good. And it was 2 fucking hours.
Yeah. And the plot didn't work for me.
The plot, I just thought was stupid.
Is there a noisy cricket? Like the little gun?
Right. They try to man her up so fucking much in this movie. When she's putting the suit on, they're trying to make her, like, literally the female Will Smith.
Yeah, it's as if it... Yeah.
It's Will Smith if it was a gender change. Like, she's doing, like, the bad boy, like, looks and, like... I mean, and I get it, because when I put my suit on and shit, I kind of get all pampered and shit. But she's, playing it up. And she picks up the cricket out of the, like, the box of where her outfits would be, which why would the gun be in with your glasses?
Right.
So she picks the cricket up and she's like, this ain't happening. Like, oh, because Will Smith got a fucking choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had to embarrass himself like a motherfucking fool before Tommy Lee Jones was like, well, Slick, not today. That's my best Tommy Lee. I can't do it, Tommy. But you get the gist.
I love
But the thing that threw me the fuck off was this movie takes place in the same year as, or no, like 2 years after Men in Black 3.
Right.
Right? Men in Black 3 is like 2016, something like that. This one is like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Frank was presumed dead in Men in Black 3 because Will Smith has a portrait of him and shit hanging up on the door. You never see him in the movie. And then here he is in this one. Like, when she's walking into the MIB headquarters, there's the guy sitting there reading the paper up against the wall where they had the big fans blowing, and he's, like, oh, take the elevator down, like that guy. And the dog is sitting right there, Frank.
Cool.
And he's like, and I'm like, how the fuck is he still alive if this is like 2 or 3 years later? It just was weird. I mean, the worms were in it, which were cool. Because they're like classic Men in Black aliens.
Yeah.
Kind of like you can't have a Toy Story without the little aliens from the
Exactly,
the snow crane.
exactly. I mean, look, they're still promoting Pizza Planet, and I don't think this has been in any of the Toy Story movies since the first. But anyways, yeah, that Men in Black one, it was a popcorn flick to say the least. You can sit back and watch it, just pass a couple hours if you don't have anything to do. But even then, you could probably find something better to do.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it's just not that
Put
great.
in any other movie.
Yeah, I mean, you really could. It wasn't that good.
I mean, I would say Rambo was good if you like that, if you like the series. But if you don't, if you're just going for an action movie, I would say just go it because you're a fan of Rambo.
Right.
You know.
Save your money and spend it on something you know you're going to enjoy, Which isn't a knock at Rambo at all.
No.
Because I grew up watching, like, Cobra and the First Blood. I don't remember them that well. I just remember the first one where he's in West Virginia getting hunted down by, like, Brian Dennehy.
And that really didn't really get into action until, like, halfway through the
No,
movie,
it was so
really.
much more, like, scenery dramatics.
Yep.
Like, showing you paused, like, mountain scopes and just the forest and shit, and him just kind of doing shit in the rain. And just on backpack, or not on backpack, but with his backpack, hiking and shit, and just running into stuff. I like the Rambo one, the one that came out like 10 years ago now. I used that to actually pass my economics global studies test because it was about genocide, and I never paid attention in high school, so I was like, I don't know what the fuck I can do about genocide.
I'll use Rambo.
Literally, it was like the weekend before my Regents, and I watched that movie, and I'm like, what do I have to lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wrote the script for Rambo as my, like, 4-paragraph essay. And my teacher, a couple days later, after the test, comes up to me, shakes my hand, he goes, I've been a teacher a long time. I've never seen anybody use Rambo on their essay and pass. I was like, are you serious? He's like, I am serious. I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I owe everything, like, for graduating, because that was a class I couldn't pass, to John fucking Rambo. So,
Hey, that
Here's
works.
to you, John.
hey. No, give it. Yes, to you, John. Mark Cadius.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen it yet. X-Men Phoenix, Dark Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna talk about it.
Okay.
I mean, there will be things we can spoil, but if you don't want us to, I mean, it's not.
It's not something I'm rushing out to see anyway, so it's not like it's really.
And we do have partial opinions of it, which is kind of cool. Because normally we do agree on that shit, but I'm kind of glad we don't on this a little bit. Lay down the beat. What did you think about the movie?
I think it was a lot different than the other ones.
Well,
roll the credits.
you tend to do that with sequels because let's just face it, if you made $1 billion movie and it was $1 billion, of course you want to go back to that and let's just remake the goddamn movie, but let's not have it different. You're not going to get $1 billion again. So it has to be different, Mark. So thanks for playing.
It was a good movie, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah. Out of all the first class X-Men movies, all 4 of them, where do you rank it? I'm listening. Keep going.
Probably, maybe. So, my favorites, definitely Days of Future Past. And then it goes First Class,
Are you
and then
putting
it
them all
goes
in order?
Apocalypse. Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. Say that again? Days of Future Past?
Yup.
All right, let's put them in
Did
there.
I miss any?
No, but you said it weirdly. I don't know why I grabbed Ghost Rider. Fuck you, devil! X-Men! First Class is Marquez.
First Class.
It's good. You've seen all of these except for Phoenix, right? Okay. I'm not going to include... I do have the Logan movies in here, the Wolverines.
You're not gonna get real technical.
I'm not going to include Deadpool and...
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, at some point we can do a Fox...
Okay.
tribute movie to them show because they did have the rights to like Elektra and shit like that at one point, so we could do like a whole thing on those movies and what they kind of were as the stepping stones for what we got now.
That'd be a good episode, yeah.
All right. Throw Sony in there too because there's not a lot, just the Spider-Man. So yeah. This was the one you liked the most, right?
Yeah.
First Class.
Yeah.
Now you rank right along with them. Where would you? This is your favorite. Where would you rank this out of the 4? Oh, the 3 for you.
I would say Days of Future Past would be better.
Was your favorite,
yeah.
right? Okay, so we got. They're not gonna stand up. I don't really care. But here's Days of Future Past, which is personally probably my absolute favorite X-Men movie of all time.
It's like a close second for me.
This is probably the best X-Men movie I've ever
It's
seen.
freaking amazing.
To have the new cast, the old cast,
Side by side.
side by side, face to face, Wolverine
On
with
screen.
Wolverine with Fassbender and
Yeah,
McAvoy
yeah.
and Beast, and it was just a wicked
and I think
badass
that
movie.
plot was really well done.
It really was.
It
The
was.
Sentinels finally were in a movie.
Yep.
I mean, they were in. Well, yeah, they were in this because they were in it twice, 2 different ways, from like the '60s or the '70s, when they looked cool,
Yeah.
and then like the futuristic ones, which are alright. But this is probably my favorite X-Men
I
movie.
think Fassbender as Magneto is a really,
Yeah.
really,
Choice.
really good casting.
Yeah.
I think all of them were, honestly. I really do like all of them. This was the Rogue cut, which, if you haven't seen the Rogue cut and you are a fan of these movies,
It was okay. It was cool.
it's worth it.
yeah.
It's worth going out of your way and getting this, especially if you do have an appreciation for these movies.
Would you say like how many minutes? Like 4 minutes of extra
No,
stuff?
I would say a good like 15. There's a
Really?
whole mission in this where they have. That's a good 10 minutes.
I'm remembering the mission with Rogue
Xavier
and
and
Bobby.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a good 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then
It's
she's
been a while.
she's in the rest of the movie after that, which is a good hour.
Okay.
So I mean, it's worth it. Like, have you seen the Rogue Edition one or no? Like,
I might have.
what it is
I don't own it, but I might have seen it.
they had. We'll do a quick one because it's the only one that really has a special worth edition talking
Yeah.
about. The Rogue Edition is when it had an original release. I don't know if it was original in theaters or not, if she was in it. But the spot where
wow.
Kitty Pryde, the chick that can walk through walls, when she is this chick, Ellen Page, when she's like tapping into Wolverine's head and can send him back in time, and she ends up getting like knocked out or something like that. So Xavier, the original Xavier, Patrick Stewart, in current day, not these guys' era, but Patrick Stewart, Bobby, which is the original Iceman, which I thought was
Okay.
cool. He came back, and I think just Magneto, Ian McKellen. I think it was just those three, maybe someone else. But they go back to the X Mansion because they need Rogue, the original Anna Paquin Rogue, which was cool to see her come back. And the X Mansion is taken over by like Sentinels and shit like that, and it's like a research facility for mutants. It's a good 10-15 minutes, just that. They go on a rescue mission. And it was cool to see Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen on like a mission together.
Yeah.
It was badass. It was really badass. I won't give any details of it and everything, but
I gotta rewatch it. It's been. So
it's my favorite one.
I was watching an interview with Ian McKellen, and he almost didn't do Magneto or Gandalf. He had been offered to do Mission Impossible,
Oh,
but
thank God.
they didn't have a script, and he was
Also
like,
wasn't
"Well,
ready?
yeah." He was like, "I'm not tying myself down."
To something I can't
Yeah,
guarantee.
and then like it was a 2-year development. He was like, "If I had signed on to that, I would have been under contract, and I never would have been able to do Magneto or Gandalf."
No shit.
Yeah,
Glad he
because Anthony Hopkins ended up playing the character instead of Ian McKellen.
Isn't that what he did, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't
Clary.
I just thought that was
No, that's a
interesting.
fun
that
little fact to
he
throw
never
in
would
there.
have,
That's
done
crazy.
those two iconic characters.
Exactly,
You
iconic.
know, just for a
exactly.
Mission Impossible movie.
There'll
Right,
never
which-
be another Gandalf, like, dude.
Yeah, there will. You ever see the cartoon one? It was a cartoon Gandalf, and he was Gandalf Great.
Gray hand.
Just Gandalf the Great. So this is mine and Dave's. Well, this is my favorite X-Men movie of all time. But out of these the newer takes, this is your favorite?
Yeah, because I like that, having all the characters,
Yeah,
cast
exactly.
and
And you had
know,
Bishop in it,
featured.
which was cool. I mean, I thought
Yeah.
Bishop being in it was cool. This is Marcadius' favorite. Where do you place Apocalypse?
Low. Bad.
It
Stink pile.
is not great. It is not a great movie by any means.
And when I watched it, because I had never seen it, just the Apocalypse character,
It wasn't threatening.
it was like Ivan Ooze from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was in a Marvel movie,
I just
in a
didn't
X-Men movie.
feel like it was a cool character.
He didn't feel menacing. Like
No,
to me,
like-
it did not feel menacing at all.
Giving big demonic speeches. Oh, the world will be ours when I change it. Like, oh, that's cool, but if you're not gonna do anything,
Right.
like that's my problem with Negan.
He made like a sandstorm, and that was it.
Right, like Negan from Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Like, you bashed that fucker's brains in and sucked on his eyeball and made spaghettis with his guts. I'm going a little drastic. I understand. It's for the.
Spaghetti.
It's for the chance. But he fucked him up. And then he never did nothing again that whole season. But he kept saying, you come around and I'll fucking kill all of you.
You wanted him to, like, beat the shit out of somebody. Like, no.
I wanted him to thwap that motherfucker's head to the floor so bad.
He
Just
loved
and that would have been a twist. And been like, oh my god, he loved that kid. Look what he just did to him.
Yeah.
That would have taken Thanos' thunder right away. That would have been like, wow, I saw that on Walking Dead already.
That would have been nuts.
I would say out of all 4 of them, because Dave, you're out of the game now, for X-Men Dark Phoenix, where would you... Okay, so this is your favorite.
Yeah.
That's your second.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume you're going to rank Phoenix then this.
Yeah.
Okay. I am definitely going to put them kind of reverse. It's going to be Rogue. Well, not Rogue, but Future Past, First Class, Phoenix, Apocalypse, in that order. Where do you rank all said X-Men movies?
Oh, God. That's hard, because Logan was so friggin' good. And, like,
Get rid of it then.
the Wolverine
Get rid of that one then.
in the Origins was just...
Doesn't make your options easier. Why don't we go back to the original goddamn question? Where do you put these 4?
My brain hurts now.
No, I would definitely say for my X-Men movies that I would say I really love, I would put X-Men First Class, X-Men 2, X-Men 1. Did I say First Class?
Yeah.
Days of Future Past. Alright, I'm starting over. Days of Future Past, X-Men 2, First Class, X-Men 1, Dark Phoenix, Last Stand, and Apocalypse.
Wow.
Those would be mine. I think
That's
Apocalypse
solid.
is the worst.
That's a solid.
Yeah, that's a good list right
And
there.
then when I do these, I tend to say, why? Why? Why does that exist here in this world of living?
X-Men Origins.
And then I say with these 2, why were there more? Why was there only 2? They're
Why was
good.
there more?
This is my favorite Wolverine movie.
It's a great movie.
It is.
He fights a
The
silver
Wolverine is
samurai
a
in
great
it, man. I got the poster over
But
there.
when you first watch Logan and he's like killing, like jamming his claws into people's heads, and you're like, whoa, what kind of Wolverine is this?
In this one?
No,
Logan.
Why don't you stay on track? Yeah, no, when he murdered people in this, I knew it was rated R because like trailers and shit.
Yeah.
When he sliced the guy's arm off and you just see the blood shooting out, I'm like, that's not good. This is gonna be a...
And then just to hear Patrick Stewart start swearing and
Oh,
all
I
that
know.
shit, that was great.
We've only got food for a day. She's a child. I'm a fucking old man. Like, Jesus.
Like, fuck you,
Get
Logan.
your steel weird thing.
Like, Jesus.
You're just waiting for me to die.
Did you guys cry?
No.
Be honest. Be honest.
I didn't cry.
They're not being honest.
I really loved when he had like the seizure in the
You would like that when someone else sees you. Fucking whacking.
in the casino when Logan's got to like slam his hands
And,
into
like-
the wall just to crawl through,
Yeah,
and you know
I did like that too.
and everybody was frozen and he's killing them while they're frozen. I thought that was fucking
It
tremendous.
sucks because in that moment there was a deleted scene where Wolverine meets up with Liev Schreiber's Sabretooth
Oh yeah,
in that casino.
that would have been cool.
Because he apparently in the deleted scene, Sabretooth owns this casino, and like that would have been kind of cool just to see those two, because that would have been like full circle.
Yep.
Like I still think the X-24, the younger version of Wolverine that he fights should have been Sabretooth that corporation had captured and just animalized. Just took his mind right away and made him an animalistic, I want to hunt, I want to kill Wolverine. Like, make Sabretooth like that. Because watching Wolverine fight Wolverine is not interesting to me at all.
No.
Just to watch him fight another younger version of himself, it's like, I've seen this kind of fight in X-Men 2 when he fights Lady Deathstrike, when she has the fingers. I've seen it in the first one when he fights Mystique, when she pretends to be him in the museum. Like, I've seen him have too many fucking sword fights. Like, I want to see just hack and slashing with claws and shit, and you're re-healing as quick as you're getting clawed up, it's an intimate brother fight.
Yeah.
Like, Wolverine is like, he's fighting Sabretooth because he wants to put him down because he knows he's like gone now. It's like, that's not my brother anymore. I have to kill him for his own good. Where Sabretooth is like the feral beast, just, I don't remember you as my brother, just my fucking pain in the ass kind of deal. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would have been way cooler. I think that would have been wicked awesome. But
Isn't in Apocalypse? I'm not sure if it's the right.
with Wolverine,
Yeah,
Yeah.
where he's like,
Weapon X'd out.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
that was my
By far
favorite
the best part of the movie.
movie.
Yes. Yep.
And
By
it looks
far.
just like the comic book.
Yeah, he's got the
version.
headgear on and everything. Like, it
That was
looked awesome.
So cool because they're in that.
They're in the facility.
Yeah.
That was the best part of the entire movie. Because when they showed it, they walk up to the cage and they're like, there's like growling in there. And I thought Sabretooth. Because that's just
Yeah,
always
I
my
didn't
thought,
know
like
who
he's
it was.
returning. And I was like, oh my god, like the feral beast is in this movie, Apocalypse. Like, and then like they open it up and you like see the bare foot step out, and then you see the hand and then the claws come out. I'm like, oh fuck. And then they zoom up and they show you his face with the helmet on. I'm like, holy crap, people are gonna get killed right now. And then he went like nuts.
He did.
He really went into like frenzy mode, which was cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Loved it. Best part.
It was the best part. I think, back to the Phoenix, I think there was a lot of good moments in that movie. I really do. I don't think it was nearly as bad as like critics and Rotten Tomatoes or whoever says it is. People say, I don't know who they are, but people say that it's worse than like the Fantastic Four movie that came out. I don't think that's possible. I don't often find Sophie Turner attractive. I mean, she's attractive, but I don't find her like stop my breath and take it away.
No.
But in this, I found her super sexy.
Yeah.
I like the CGI that they did with her hair.
Oh yeah, when she's like hovering. and
Yeah, I
stuff.
thought that was
Yeah.
cool. I just like the CGI overall. I like Magneto, Quicksilver, all of them. Nightcrawler.
Great fight scenes.
Great fight scenes. They felt like the 1990s animated series.
Super cool fight
They were.
scenes.
I'll check it out for sure.
It is worth a view, in my opinion. Honestly, I enjoyed
And
it.
I do like owning, all of them.
Me too.
So.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna like it, so for me to kind of eat my words.
Yeah,
and-
you're pretty particular about what you like and what you don't like.
I
so,
did hate the trailer and I don't even know honestly if it was so much I hated the trailer. I mean, I just didn't think it looked interesting. It's like you're coming off the Tales of Apocalypse, like the end all be all of mutants. How are you really gonna follow that up?
Yeah.
Like I feel like Dark Phoenix, it should have been Days of Future, First Class, Days of Future Past, Dark Phoenix, then Apocalypse.
That would have made more sense.
So at the end of Dark Phoenix, when that ending happens between her and Jessica Chastain, that could have been her in Apocalypse. And still had that same ending.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because that's what she did to him in Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But I digress.
Weird.
That pretty much is it for the Dark Phoenix. I mean, we don't want to do a spoiler review or anything because we know you want to see it and shit.
Yeah.
And there's not really anything you can spoil other than
I
one
mean, maybe
moment
one or, yeah.
with you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely rent. Or if you're like a avid collector, buy.
Fuck it. Thank you. You know who I wish we could get on this show and just wasn't so much probably hard to talk to and be friends with?
Oh.
Chris Gore.
Oh man.
Wouldn't that be just so
I wonder how he's
badass?
doing.
Have him do DVD Tuesday with us?
And he'd have that like hot rod machine that like spit the DVDs.
I don't remember that.
He'd like pick 5 of them. And you'd be like, oh, you gotta watch this. This is really. You'd have like a minute or two.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, he had to get, like 60 seconds to like
Yeah.
promote like 5 movies.
Yep.
Yeah, this one here, this is Wolverine, Logan, and X-Men. He fights the Sabretooth and he gets in a helicopter. This
Yeah,
one, this is Logan, and he
exactly.
beats the shit out of a bunch of people like a kid. And this one, he goes to China. Holy crap, well, that's crazy. And then all these ones are just the originals. Like, that's exactly what he would
Yes.
do.
He was awesome.
And then he'd have like his pick of the day.
Yeah.
Well, he was on this TV show that, well, we didn't used to watch it together, but we watched
No.
it. G4T. Well, that was the channel, right?
Yeah,
Attack of the
was
Show.
channel.
Attack of the Show. And it was kind of like the original podcasting. Essentially, it was just like
So boss.
picture like almost a late night show or like primetime wrestling or something. But you have like a big studio. There's like maybe a table over here where you got two of your hosts, and they're talking about video games. And then your other host, there's like 5 or 6 of them all together in Attack of the Show at any given time. So you'd have like your 2 main ones welcome you to the show, give you the rundown of what the show's going to be, and then they'd be like, well, now we're going to kick it over to our tech guy, and he would give you the rundown of like all the new like gadgets that were out. Then there was like a comic book chick who did comic books and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it literally like was like the original podcasts. They covered everything that we loved.
Everything. That was the best show.
I do miss that show, and that is kind of like a general idea of like how I not want this show to be, but like that's why I want guests to come on to give that. All right, well, what do you got to offer? Kind of concept, because I'm out of topics, people. We're digging down deep, and next time we're just gonna talk about hats. What kind of hats you wear, what kind of hats you don't wear.
What you can wear as a hat. And
what you can, what you can't. It's gonna be a plethora of good times with hats. I don't know. What else do we got to talk about? What else you guys got going on? Anything fun? I actually, real quick, want to give a shout out to Mike Ballard.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, but I went over to his place last night. Came over and picked me up. I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. It was good seeing you. Thanks for the food. He undercooked my steak. I know he's going to get really self-conscious now that this is out there. He's going to get really upset about it. Because we got pretty drunk, and I was puking, and he kept saying, oh my God, it's the steak. It's the steak, isn't it? And I was like, it's not the steak. It's because I ate too much. The piece of steak I ate was the size of my dog. I had a bunch of potatoes. I had corn. It was a good time.
How do you undercook your steak? One flip?
It was like that big.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The 3 he picked out were like, mine was like this. So we cooked all of them at the same time, and I ate it. It was good. I mean, the hooves were a little undercooked, if I will.
It was still mooing, but...
The farmer was yelling at me to just get out of the fucking barnyard and stop biting onto the cow's neck. I was like, I ain't got time for it to be cooked. But I give him a shout out because last night was a good time and I needed that mentally. You know, we gotta have these like little breaks every now and then from reality.
You had a win today. So
I had a win today.
did.
I had another win because I had a big bag of cocaine. I mean Legos.
Which is like cocaine to you, so...
Well, it is, because you should see it. When I'm sitting here bored, I will try to snort every one of them pieces just to see if I can. That's how you get into fucking Guinness Book of World Records or Ripley's, believe it or not. You gotta have goals. Yeah, imagine saying I snorted 3,000 Legos and I lived to tell the tale, and then when I pooped them out, it came out in a
It
work of
built
art.
itself?
Yeah. If you saw
Who needs a book?
Right, if you saw that in Ripley's Believe It or Not, you'd be like, why? What the hell's wrong with my life?
Yeah.
But to each his
I
own.
read it.
But we're just here to have fun. This is just a bullshit episode, just random moments, random stuff.
I'm looking forward to the Halloween one, even though
I
I'm
am
not
too.
going to be
Me
able to
too.
contribute too much to it. But
Well, maybe we'll do like a cool idea of like where it's just the 3 main people sit at the table and you just sit in a corner.
okay, just sit there.
Just stand there in the,
Like
in the corner.
I was the bad boy, you know.
Well,
just...
it would make sense because like it would fit with the Blair Witch.
Oh, hell yeah. Blair Witch.
I tell you, I bought the original and the newest one for $5 on DVD.
No, you didn't.
I know you weren't the
I
biggest
love the
fan
original.
of the new. You're right. I know you're a fan of the original. I know you're not the biggest fan of the new one because you don't
No.
like that they showed the witch.
Right.
I know that about you.
Leave that up to my imagination.
See, I thought they did that with the first one, and then in the second one, they showed her dangly, scrangly, mangly ass, and I was like, the fuck out of their house! Get out! And then when she got out of the house, she got, like, underground,
Oh, yeah.
and, like, you
gave
could
it
literally see this just happening to her, and then she's like, oh, yeah!
like
It's like,
claustrophobic.
it's
man.
stuck on her for, like, a good 10 minutes of her just crying in this deep, dark tunnel, and you, the viewer, are anticipating, something's coming to get her.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It's just, no.
Nope.
We want you just to see her in distress, and she can't get out of this tunnel. And I was laying right here on the floor watching. I'm like, bitch, you are fucked. Just,
Yeah, you're.
if I was in that position and I had to die either by that scary, mangly, strangly, gangly witch, or die in a fucking dirt hole, I'd have rather
Witch.
probably get killed by the witch.
Yeah.
Because dying in
At least
a...
make it quick.
Oh, she probably wouldn't know. She probably would have been like... and shit, you know? That was witch stuff.
One thing I did want to say about Rambo, there was no new trailers before the movie.
Like no
What?
trailers?
No, they played like the Will Smith one where the guy, you know, like his clone is
Oh,
trying to kill
Gemini Man or
him.
something?
And they played the Ford versus Ferrari one with Christian Bale and Matt Damon.
I thought that was out already.
But I was like, there's no new trailers. This sucks. Yeah, it's kind of what you go for. You kind of want to see a couple new ones.
Well, in case you guys are wondering, which you're not, I'm sure, they do, for the Marvel movies, they did, for the first two phases, they had the briefcase for the Blu-rays, then they had the orb for phase 2.
Yeah.
So now, for all of them, all 23 movies, it's going to include Spider-Man in it. Which I guess Spider-Man is the conclusion to phase 3.
Oh, it is now.
Yeah.
Officially.
Officially. Which is weird, because it's like,
They didn't mention that at all.
no,
No.
you never alluded to that. Which, I mean, I get it's a sequel and it picks up, but I would have just figured you would have ended that phase with Endgame.
Right.
But whatever, I guess to each his own. If you're a billionaire, you do whatever the fuck you want. Here I am, just looking for table scraps. I keep fucking getting. Ah, look at me! But they're having all 23 movies in a box set. It's called the Infinity Saga.
I did see a trailer for that where it was like had the camera going
Yeah, it's
through
like
the entire
all it's like
thing.
all movies wrapped into one trailer. What do you think the price tag on it is?
Oh, it's got to be up there.
Yeah, but no,
At least 300.
1,000.
you are much closer. It's about $700, $800.
Fuck that.
23 movies.
Fuck that.
You
I don't like them that much. I'm sorry.
23 movies
That's nuts.
with bonus shit you won't get anywhere else until it's leaked online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Did you guys? I don't know if I mentioned this during. I don't think I did during the last episode of the wrestling ring. I know I said it like that, but you know. Did you guys online at all see the deleted scene from the original Iron Man movie with Samuel L. Jackson?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
He says mutants.
That's not what he says. He says, as if
He says,
gamma radiation, radioactive spider bites,
yup.
and renegade mutants wasn't bad enough. Now I got to deal with a guy that doesn't want to share his technology.
That would have been fucking badass to be in the
Right?
movie.
I mean, and it was filmed.
Yeah.
It's Samuel L. Jackson standing in front of a blue screen
Mhm.
as Nick Fury, like, saying it. It's like, man, could you, like, you imagine that had been, like, just on the DVD as a bonus feature at that time, too? Now I wish they would make a
Nuts.
re-release of Iron Man with that in it as the actual end credit scene, because I would buy the movie over again
Just for that.
for that. Oh, yeah, because you know they put more shit into it, too.
Yeah.
But and people are bitching right now, like, the people, the online community, that they're using Robert Downey Jr. too much now because he's going to be in the Black Widow movie.
Oh.
But he's a huge draw no matter what you do.
Well, that's the thing people are bitching at. It's like, well, see, apparently they can't do it on their own and stuff. It's like, it makes sense. It's a connected universe.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if this is a prequel that takes place between Civil War and Infinity War, he's still alive, so you're not bullshitting me and saying he's from a different dimension or a different universe. It's still the same Tony Stark. It's just a different scene.
He's part of her timeline. story.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's going to be there in some form or fashion. Have you guys seen the poster for the movie? Oh, it looks
No.
badass. She's standing right in the center of it. She's got the red hair that's draped down, and she's got her suit, but it's like, it's got the, you know how her little, her Black Widow logo?
Yep.
That's how her suit is. It's red on the sides and makes that Black Widow, like, kind of logo hourglass in the middle. I think it just looks fucking sweet. It's like, it's gritty looking like this. Like how, like, the TNA
Yeah.
posters used to kind of look like that, really gritty, opposed to, I don't know, they're all kind of like that. These ones. But like just really like a basic Avengers where it's just everything is so colorful.
Yep.
It looks cool. I'm kind of excited. I mean, I am excited for the movie because that is one of my favorite characters. I hate the idea that she's finally getting a movie and it's not a prequel to the beginning of it all.
Right.
To her beginning of her story and shit. I think that's kind of wacky, but I'm excited for it.
We'll see. It'll be a Marvel.
Yeah, seeing where they go from here on in is amazing. Knowing what they've got planned and everything, I think it's really cool.
I'm not too excited. I mean, I'm excited, but I don't think it's at the point where like their movies now have to reset at phase 1 again. You have to slow the movies down, like the pace of them of the. You can't keep having each movie be bigger and bigger than the one that came before it. You got to slow that down and let each one breathe on its own with connective tissue in between, and then let that. I mean, I know it's the same universe, but you have to let it reassemble essentially.
And you can't expect every one of these movies to gross what the Avengers ones did.
No, you can't. But
Because a
honestly,
lot of them are obscure things that a lot of people don't know.
But that's the thing, like at this, and that because I'm on the fence of that too, because it's like, fuck, man, they're coming out with the Eternals. Like, I don't really know much about them other than they're super beings that basically created the worlds and this, and that. But what they're gonna do, I know I have no idea. But I can't imagine that movie now not making $1 billion, only for the simple fact of it just got a legion of fans now. That's the only
right.
But yeah, I mean, you can't anticipate it. Yeah, you'd want it. You're hoping.
Yep.
But you got to know. Like, okay, perfect example. People are saying Captain Marvel hit $1 billion because Endgame was coming out right after it. And I scratch my head and I say, I see where they're coming from, but I don't agree with it. Because if that was the case, don't you think Ant-Man and the Wasp would have grossed $1 billion being immediately after Infinity War?
Yep.
You would think.
Yeah.
I mean, it was an $800
Using
million
that logic,
movie.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I'm not trying to promote. I mean, I'll promote Captain Marvel. I don't care. I like the movie. I enjoy it. It's probably the single most boring MCU movie that they've made. Hands down, it's the most boring one.
But it had its good points.
It did have its good points, and I enjoy it. I'll never get over the fact that I do truly love the fact that he gets his eye cut out by the cat. As so cheap as that is, I really love it. Yeah. I really love it because that's like one of those things you can change that never had a history because you can still say, well, he said he trusted somebody once. Well, yeah, he did. He trusted the fuck out of that cat.
Yep.
What do you think? Coulson was going to try to skull fuck him when he was sleeping?
Right.
That goddamn son of a bitch tried to fuck my eye. But, like, I think Captain Marvel just... I don't want to say because it's the first superhero female movie because I don't like to go that route, but I think it got $1 billion because people are genuinely invested in these movies. I'm sure it absolutely did help that Endgame was there, but I'm not going to throw that honor to it because of that. But then again, you could say, well, Spider-Man Far From Home made $1 billion because of Endgame. You're probably right because there's no other Spider-Man movie up to that point that made that kind of money. But fuck you and your logic, because I don't care. It's all about
And people love Tom Holland.
Bob Holland.
And Bob Holland.
Tom Bolland. We're gonna get.
I know I do.
We're gonna go to the wrestling ring real quick. We're gonna kind of jump ship over there because I was watching AEW a little bit. I'll be honest with you, I fast forward to a lot of it. And I won't lie, I'm going to say right now, I'm not homophobic, I'm not gayophobic, I'm not transphobic, I'm a dude sucking another dude phobic.
Don't like Sunny Kiss.
Nope. Orlando Jordan was shunned for wanting to be a character, I don't know, like that, but for wanting to be himself.
Yeah.
Barely could do it. This is so over the top. When he first came out, and they showed the cheerleaders and shit, and he was in the front, I honestly thought it was a woman. I thought it was a black chick.
And that's what they're going for.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, not like looking at Sonny as like, oh, this is attractive, but it's like, oh, this is cool. I can fucking get behind this. Who the fuck's coming out? And then I see the mascot in the background. I'm like, oh, motherfucker, that's gonna wrestle's in like the mascot outfit. I'm like, I love this gimmick already. Like, I'm not a Jaguars fan, but this is freaking cool. And then when I'm like, oh, he's the one.
And they don't explain the character either.
Not
it's
one
just there,
bit.
you know?
And I don't care for Avalon, the librarian.
Oh, yeah.
I just think it's boring. I don't feel like he has the presence of a Rick Rude.
I like Leva Bates as the librarian, but... You know,
I don't know.
That's
Without
why
any
I've
context.
said they have so far to go.
Yeah.
They've got to rethink a lot of what they're doing.
But I'm surprised the fans in that crowd were receptive of Sonny Kiss. Like, I just could picture that being like one of those things that you go out there and just everybody's just booing that because it's just... People get shit on me for saying this. That's not wrestling. Like...
That's why I don't like Joey Ryan. I can't stand his character. I don't get
I
anything
don't like
about that.
I don't like that. And another thing, I've said it before, I am so fucking sick of all these modern day wrestlers looking the same. Being 5'11", weighing 100 and nothing fucking pounds, having tattoos up every day's ass, the fucking fade hair that's swept to the side, and a leather jacket. Every wrestler looks like that now. From Flip Gordon to Kip Sabian, like, it's that modern fucking look. I mean, I miss the big guys in wrestling.
Yep.
I mean, not saying the lummoxes, but like, thank God for Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yep.
man. Because you know me, I like the big wrestlers. I've always been a fan of the big guys that can actually be good technical wrestlers.
Yep.
I like that. Luchasaurus, dude. Fuck yeah, man.
That dude's amazing.
Fuck yeah. I mean, I like Jungle Boy.
I like that dynamic of the two.
I don't like the other guy that's with him.
Marco
though.
Stunt.
Like
yeah.
that. Why do you need to put a dwarf with them now? Like, I don't know. Like you said, they got a long ways to go, and there's certain things that are catching on and certain things that aren't. Like, I like Brandy Rhodes, but you needed to practice a lot more before you fucking got in that ring.
It's like Lacey Evans on WWE just is not
Yeah.
ready for that spot.
So Lazy Evans?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I like that Awesome Kong is with her because
Yeah.
it's building up her character of whatever they're trying to do with it.
And they do have a lot of good women's wrestlers. I like a lot of the Japanese women, too.
I just was watching, before you guys got here, I'm on All Out right now, and I was watching the pre-show where they had the Women's Battle Royal.
Yep.
The first time I saw Nyla
Rose?
Nyla Rose. The first, I don't know what one it was on. It might have been, was it on? I don't know what show it was on the first time I saw her. But I was like, oh, cool, like a big, like, dominating Umaga woman.
Yep.
Kind of like, if they don't make her a joke, this is who I'm going to get behind. She lost, like, both the first two matches I ever saw. I'm like, well, all right. So when she won that Battle Royal, I literally was standing right there in the bathroom. I was getting ready to go take a piss, and it came down to her and the dentist.
Oh, Britt Baker.
Britt Baker.
Who's married to Adam Cole.
And the black-haired girl, Beasley?
Oh, Priestley.
B. Priestley?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yep.
And she's like holding Baker's arm over the top rope, and I'm like walking away, I'm like, oh shit, something's happening. And then I see Rose run up and just throw over the top, and I'm like, oh fuck, she won! I'm like, that's really badass, man. Like, that's cool. Because I like her.
They rely way too much on what's working on the indies
Yeah.
and not worried about what's going to work on the national
On the
level.
TV, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they'll get there. I mean, they've got this guy that's,
That's cool.
backing them is, all in, so to speak, on it. So, but it's going to be trial and error. They're not.
I wish
they're
they
gonna
would
have to
get
figure
rid
out
of.
what's going on.
I know you said you liked him, I believe. I wish they'd get rid of Excalibur. I think he's a horrible commentator. It's almost like every fucking time he is talking, he needs to think about what he's saying next. When they show the three-man booth and they're all sitting there, and JR's just going off the cuff. That Alex guy, he's a work in progress, but he's knowledgeable.
Well,
and then when they show Excalibur, he's kind of like, and then you got Jungle Boy and Funkasaurus, or
I think once you have the three-man with Shivani, Jim Ross, and Excalibur's not going to talk that much.
I hope not, because I don't really enjoy him, and I don't know him.
And to be honest, I'm not liking JR in this role. Like,
It's weird.
He doesn't have the fire. He doesn't have. It's just not there anymore to me.
Yeah,
it really isn't.
I wish he would I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
I don't think he's invested in the performers like he used to be.
I
You know what I
feel like
mean?
it's the commentators. You could be right, but I do feel like he has nobody to play off. He's got to be the parent and guide these guys, opposed to having like you said with Shivani coming in. I think that'll you'll get that fire because Shivani doesn't miss a beat.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And he's got that personality of, don't worry, I'll carry this. You know what I mean? Where JR is. Yeah, he can go, but he kind of needs somebody else to lead.
But even when he was ending up in WWE, he just didn't have the passion anymore. I don't think, really, in my opinion. But it'll be interesting.
Oh, try to move your mouth, goddamn son of a bitch.
Well, what I was thinking is the first episode of AEW.
It's not funny.
No, but it's so accurate.
Is going to air before we record again. So I was thinking maybe we watch it and. Watch it live. Well, not live, but I mean...
Live, baby, live!
Not watch any spoilers and kind of do not a watch-along and discussion of it, the first episode. If you don't want to, that's cool.
Well, that sounds... Dynamite! You get it?
I get it.
Do you get why I said dynamite? Because it's TNT AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite! Is that how you think they're gonna say it? I mean,
Probably
not
not,
to that.
but I'm sure they'll.
That's what it's called.
I hope they
It's
do.
called because you got Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night SmackDown, and now you're gonna have Wednesday Night Dynamite.
Awesome.
Can we please get any more gimmickier? Let me tell you, baby.
Oh,
back when I
Jesus.
was doing War Games, baby. Ooh, yeah, War Games. Where you get all your men. That's a whole different story. But I said to Vince Russo, to Vince McMahon, to anybody that listen, we gotta have daddy polka dots.
Can we get you a fat suit and have you do an entire episode as Dusty Rhodes?
Yeah. Hey, if you could get like a legit fat suit and a blonde wig, I would do a full episode as the American Cream, Dusty Rhodes. I don't want to get the suit, so I'll be the American Cream. Cause I'm what you spread on life's butter, baby. Yeah, daddy.
I
Does that
can't
work?
see this
Yeah.
guy.
You don't know Dusty Rhodes?
No.
Oh, you're gonna learn.
We gonna learn.
You need to Google or go on YouTube and look up Dusty Rhodes promos.
All right.
You really do, cause he's
The Hard
Do 'em
Times
every
promo was
episode.
probably the best
he's
one.
just great.
Really?
He's great. He's a big fat wrestler, but he was awesome. He really was awesome. I don't think there was a better guy his size that was that over.
Yeah. And he didn't do a lot in the ring.
No, that's what I
Didn't
mean.
do a lot at
That's what I
all.
mean. Like,
Really?
no, I mean he did. He was a good wrestler, but he's so known for his crazy promos or just his personality.
Yeah, it was more about the presentation than it was the actual matches.
Oh man, big fat guy with this Jerry curl, fucking blonde hair,
Yeah, blonde Jerry curl.
just in the
with
world,
a lisp, a bad lisp.
right? And in
yeah.
the world of wrestling in the '60s and '70s and shit, he was not your ideal wrestler.
And he was talking like he was a black man, which
Yes.
is, yeah.
jive talking, smooth walking,
Yep.
Southerner. But he'd come out. A lot of the wrestlers back then, they all had robes, really. They did, a lot of them. But Dusty Rhodes would come out in a robe, which a lot of them wear, but then he'd wear a disco-style fucking hat with it,
Yep.
which would be why does that look so cool?
But yeah, with you it looks cool.
It looks
He
cool.
pulled it off, yep.
He was the best. And I remember when his DVD set came out and it had the button on it, and he
Played
said
his
all of his
promos,
quotes.
yep.
I was like, this is the best DVD ever. This is so cool. He was absolutely one of the
Yeah,
best.
seriously, just Google Dusty Rhodes Hard Times.
And
one
then
of the best
Google
promos
Dusty
ever.
Rhodes bull rope matches. Watch one of those. No!
Him and Steve
seriously.
Carino from
Okay.
ECW.
Seriously, man,
Yeah.
bull rope matches, they take these long, 25-foot long, thick, fucking high-made bull ropes.
And they have an actual cowbell
big
in the middle of it.
10-pound cowbell, and they wrap it around each other's wrists so you can't get away from each other, and they beat the fuck out of each other. And I mean,
And they use the cowbell as a weapon. It's
They
these bull
beat-
rope matches are great.
they beat each other with them.
Even the one with Randy Orton I enjoyed.
It
even
wasn't
though they
bad.
didn't do a lot
It
with
wasn't
that.
bad. No, you're right. It wasn't bad. Dusty Rhodes was the best.
And he's the one that like ran NXT, and he was helped the guys with their promos and all that stuff. And yeah, so he's.
I'm the one baby that had NXT superstars, and I said to Vince Russo, Vince McMahon, and Ted Turner, I said, you love wrestling, you little white man. Then let me tell you what's best. Dynamite. Ooh.
Okay.
I forgot to take my meds, and I didn't eat my Wheaties, and I
Ate an undercooked steak.
I found some lead-based paint. Let me tell you, I dabbled in it. I didn't.
You finally found it?
I did. I went to the tallest tower in the lowest dungeon. Found a fucking can of house paint with lead in it. So, where are we at for fucking time? Marcadius, what's that say? An hour and 15?
Where?
All the
Where
way
we
at the
looking?
bottom. Audio... some.
Oh, hour 11.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well,
Unless you've got anything else.
like a good parenting, Planned Parenthood instructor should say, let's wrap this thing up.
Let's wrap it up.
If we want to. If not, we can just let the world be littered with our babies.
I want to do a shout out to
Dude, do whatever.
to a game that I've been playing.
Who the fuck shouts out to a game?
They can
Did
hear
you
it.
hear him?
It's Borderlands 3, baby.
Yeah, fill us in. What do you tell me about
It's freaking amazing.
it? Do you think it's the best one?
Yeah,
Do you really?
yeah.
Are you streaming it? I didn't mean to say steam.
I'm not streaming it
Streaming.
because I don't know how to do it on Xbox yet. But I hopefully in the future.
Have you played any more Resident Evil?
No, not since that one.
How far are you into it?
I got killed by the dad, and he's like all burnt.
Okay, you went past the garage.
Yeah, that's about it. It's fun.
It's scary, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Do you not find it scary?
I
I found it scary because I played it in
Kinda.
deep darkness.
I'm playing it not really a little bit at dark, but I'm not scared.
You
It's
gotta play it at dark.
it's fun.
Play it at dark. Play Resident Evil games at dark.
It's fun.
Or play it at dark.
I don't play it in the light. You told me, and I did. I like it.
Play it at dark. Will you buy me the second one?
Farfanugan, maybe for Christmas. Put it on your list.
That's on my list is. Yeah, anything else you want to give a shout out to? I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna give personal information out, but I'm gonna give a shout out to your sister and her husband for having a baby, and it's about this big.
It's cute.
I don't know if that's accurate or not. I haven't seen the baby.
It's cute. Levi, you're the man.
That's a shout out. Good thing your fucking video games heard it. I'm gonna give one more shout out to this table. What's up? So.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Stone Cold Steven for joining us on our last episode.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold, he can't really say that because it's gimmick infringement.
But I think he added a lot.
He did.
To
He
it,
was
so.
fun to have on here. Again, we're gonna rant and rave about the Halloween special, but it's gonna be fun.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
It'll be however long it needs to be. I don't know if it'll be an hour or maybe a week long.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'll be fucking terrific.
Take the
I
week.
personally am going to, for Halloween, as soon as October starts, I do 31 days of Halloween.
Oh yeah.
I watch a horror movie every year, or every day in October.
I know this.
So that's why I'm constantly buying horror movies, because when you're 30 and you've watched the same ones for the last 30 years, and you already know you're gonna have to watch those movies again, you start to think, fuck, I can remember the whole thing right now. So, even though I bought the Blair Witch ones like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, I'm not gonna watch them probably till like the second week of October.
Do you do a Stephen King week? That'd be cool. You should do that.
I don't do a strictly Stephen King week, but I probably could. I mean, I do that for him.
Okay.
When we were at Walmart, my mom and I, we saw 2 different, like, 6 or 8 packs, whatever the fuck it was, of Stephen King movies.
Yep.
And they were all different movies in each one. And then I'm in some other store and I see 2 more sets next to each other that have like 4 or 5 in it each, and they're all different from those 2 that I've seen.
Wow.
I'm like, someone's got to find this man and kill him. He's got way too many fucking movies out right now.
He has a ton.
And think about how much royalties he's getting from all that. He's just getting checks.
Yeah, but the problem with a lot of them are garbage. So he's only getting royalties off of them if people probably buy them in bulk. Like,
but even if they get streamed, every time they get streamed, he gets money from them.
it's true.
So
He's getting money for that.
Did you even notice him?
Yeah.
Isn't he cool?
He's cool.
He's got a little knife in his hand.
He's getting some royalties there.
yeah, all the merchandise I'm sure he gets.
We're gonna talk a few minutes about it real quick.
Okay.
We went and saw it. We haven't been able to. I've talked about it a little bit on the podcast without spoilers or anything. Steven was gonna go see it the night we did the podcast. I'm not sure if he did or not, but he probably will see it by the time we do the Halloween special. So we can go really in depth with it there if you want. But for right now, we'll do like a quick little spoiler warning.
Yeah.
I know it's not really gonna pertain to you. But Marcadius, I know you and I both went and saw it.
We did.
As we do.
It was awesome.
I'm not. Are you saying that to be facetious, or do you mean that?
Well, okay.
See, I knew there was more to it.
It was. I think my expectations were high.
They were way too high. Mine were way too high.
Because that first part 1 was so good.
Epic.
And then part 2 just kind of fell.
And I tell you what,
short.
Moviegoers that laugh and talk during movies, there's a special place in hell for you.
We had the worst.
Big special place in hell for those types of people. Because like I was telling these guys the other day when I was talking to them a little bit about it, is when all the intense moments were happening, they would laugh. And it would take that intensity right away.
Yeah.
Like when they showed the old grandma running through.
Oh, yeah.
Like that shit would freak me out. Even though like the CGI was bad, it still would have been like, oh, fuck. But because they were laughing, I was like, shut the fuck up. And
it took you right out of that scene, like
all of it, like all the scenes when they would laugh took you out. Everything.
It was awful.
When they showed him as the normal Pennywise before his face paint's on, and he's like digging into his face and he's laughing, and they're laughing. It's like, this is supposed to be like uncomfortable, scary, not like I laugh scary. That's what ruined it for me, honestly.
Don't talk during the movie, folks.
Right, don't, because there really is a special place in hell.
If you can't follow the plot either,
why
don't
are you
go
there?
to the fucking movie. If you have to discuss what's going on and say who's that and all, fucking leave.
Oh, it's not even shit like that. It's like, oh, look at me, looks so funny. Like,
that stuff.
Stupid shit.
Like when a little kid does something.
No, I knock him out.
I don't, but.
No, when a little kid does it, that's fine because I'm in a little kid fucking movie, and I should expect that.
If they were at it though, a little kid at it too, like what the fuck?
What's
But I mean,
wrong?
like even if you go like see the Avengers and the little kid's like, oh man, that's Iron Man or something like that, like you know.
No, it was
I don't care
badass
about that.
when we went to see Endgame. When the portal opened up, it was all quiet in the theaters. And when the portals opened up and all the heroes come running through, you hear this, and you knew he was black because he sounded it. Little kid, they're alive, everybody! And like everybody just like, yeah! It was so perfect. I was like, that's like the one time I won't be like, fuck, that ruined the moment. That added to it. Because it was like when that portals moment happened and that kid said that and everybody started clapping, it felt like you were at a Comic-Con at the panel and they all came out and y'all just started clapping for him.
Yep.
That's what that moment felt like, and it was just, and everybody's roar died down right as Cap was saying Avengers Assemble. So it was just so perfect. But yeah, in a moment like that, little kid, fucking scream it out, man.
I mean, as long as they're not doing it through the entire fucking movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get excited because you see Captain America, like when Captain America had the shield and the hammer, I'm pretty sure I punched Mr. J in the arm like a couple times. Like, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Like when we went to see Spider-Man and Far From Home and they showed Jameson, I'm like, fuck.
They showed him in the trailer for like the coming on digital and
Really?
Blu-ray. They totally ruined that end credit scene.
Probably because they're like, fuck Marvel! Fuck you!
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there you go.
That's something.
Yeah.
You got anything you got to say? Anything you
Not
wanna-
really. I mean,
I'm gonna give another shout out to my hat.
God damn, you are digging. You are digging.
We need material, man. Again, people that want to comment, you can win that poster. If you don't, I'm gonna take it and defecate on it. So hurry
I want
up.
that poster. I'm gonna comment right now on YouTube.
You gotta be unanimous and maybe.
All right.
So if we don't know it's you. So if you use like Jesse James as like your tag, I'm gonna
You'll
know it's
know.
you. Yeah, you motherfucker. There was something I wanted to say. But I don't remember. There was something. But I don't remember what it was. So, on that note, even though this was kind of maybe a boring episode to watch, I don't know, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed just sitting back and having the free
It
flow
was
and
fun.
not really being like, oh, we got to make sure we hit this or this or this.
Saratoga Comic Con.
Yeah, oh yeah, we mentioned
Did
that
you
last
see who is coming?
Me.
No, Hillary. Hillary from Fresh Prince.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. I'd pay for
Yeah.
a picture with her. Without
Hillary.
a doubt.
Yo, I'm gonna never sign my Major Pain DVD.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I jerked off to you a lot.
I don't know if I could meet her. Like, I would be like,
I know
I'm
they
so,
have.
like, nervous.
We're gonna stay on the air. Look it up on your phone real quick, could you, of who the guests are gonna be, real
go.
quick?
Yeah. I can always, you know.
Well, we'll just be in the discussion of it right now.
Um,
Because I know I feel like there's another Power Ranger that's gonna be there.
Because you do.
yeah.
Right, because that's what we do. I went to Ollie's the other day again. That's where I got these badass statues, which are badass.
Oh, I didn't think they were metal like that. That's
They're
I
weird. 'Cause,
saw
like,
them there.
They're like a weird.
Yeah, that's cool.
I thought they were really badass. I gotta say, oh,
Uh oh. He's thought of something.
Oh, I know. I know another one.
hold on.
Oh, that was funny. Hold on.
Where the fuck? He's fucking left the building.
Oh, we're talking amongst ourselves.
Where the fuck did you go?
He's getting
This
something.
is important. Before we leave the podcast, we're gonna have a second unboxing.
This is important.
You're unboxing a fan?
Let's just say you will be a fan. This is the second unboxing, brought to you by me, for you, from me. Not by you, but by me, for you. You've been to Ollie's, you probably have seen it, but here is a gift from me to you.
To me?
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
I've been to Ollie's. I saw. There's a lot of stuff in there.
That's fucking tremendous.
Yeah, baby!
Austin Powers collectible card game, The Spy Who Shagged Me. That's fucking tremendous.
Whoa.
That's awesome. Thank you.
I don't think there's anything special in there. I just know you like Austin
Dude,
Powers.
that's fucking
I know you
great.
like Austin Powers too, so don't feel like.
That's fine. No.
I'll put the
Oh.
this box right with the pops too.
Yeah, baby.
That's
Oh, yes,
fucking
yes.
tremendous. It's even got Fat Bastard on the side. That's great.
Don't look at this yet. I forgot to peel the sticker off of that.
Oh, so can I say who's coming?
Yeah.
The Flash's mom
What?
in the show. Yeah.
That's kind of cool though,
Yeah.
because she was in a lot of them once they started like
And she's cute.
She's not gonna fuck you there, so how's that matter?
Well, the Flash's mom.
And there's your getting them. There you are, man.
Thank you. I love that. That's awesome.
And that might be
Rated
Dan.
PG-13, not for the
It's
kids.
even got Ivana Humpalot on the other side.
That's fucking great.
Is Scott Evil on there?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, he's right here. Who else is gonna be there?
That's all I. Oh, and Hillary. That's all I know.
There's more than that. I saw like a few of them the other day. Cause there's a guy from like the action movies from like the 80s. Oh god, he was in I think Aliens.
Oh, Weird Science guy. He was in that. He's like a Indian.
What are you googling? Are you just like Saratoga
No,
Comic-Con 2019?
Yeah, it's the guy from Weird Science.
Let me see.
No, this isn't him.
The guy from Weird Science, who?
They come in and they're like bikers.
Fuck is my phone? What are you doing over here? I bet I can find it all easier than you.
Well, probably.
Well, I do it, but I'm using my phone to record. So.
Hold on, folks. We're coming at you live via recording.
I'm just so stoked
It's gonna
about
be a
this
fun
card
time.
game.
Isn't that kinda cool?
That's fucking awesome.
Come on down to Saratoga.
This is where
Comic-Con.
the Ollie's. I'm going to buy all of my daughter's toys there for Christmas.
You can get your picture with the Resident Evil car.
Again, whoop-de-goddamn do. The thing is stupid looking.
Why don't you just have the Jurassic Park Jeep again?
Yeah, I'm a bit over it all.
Guys, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, the DeLorean was fun, but and the Scooby-Doo van, that was fun. This box is 20 years old.
That's crazy to think that they still have shit like that that's never been opened.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know what it is? They bought like some store that had a fucking warehouse, and all this shit was just in the fucking warehouse.
Trying to like remember where that Ollie's is from because I saw like.
There's one down in Florida where I go vacation and stuff. But
Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally what they do. They just buy businesses' stock out and they sell
Wow.
it. Yep.
It was awesome.
I like the store.
And it's not like stupid shit. It's not like damaged or anything like that. It's actual good quality stuff. So
No, it's true.
if you want to sponsor us, you know.
Sponsors
we
Ollie's.
take gift
And I like the
certificates.
mascot. He's like this old guy.
It's like
Albert
Albert
Einstein.
Einstein. Yeah.
It seriously is.
It's pretty cool.
I want to open it.
You can. They have plenty more there. You can buy another one. They had like 10 of them. Well, fuck this!
There'll most likely be a Power Ranger there. I think.
This whole fucking Comic-Con can eat my ass.
It's so close though. How can you not go?
I'll put Saratoga Comic-Con October.
It's a week of Halloween, I think. 27.
Holy fuck. There's a shitload of packs in here.
Why do you have to swear? We're trying to be presentable, and you're just over here dropping fuck bombs.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Sorry, kids.
If there's any kids that listen to this, they've been
And you've got
corrupted
fucking
all the time.
shitty parents, or you're just really way ahead of the curve and way more cool than I was at that age. So, you know, yeah. Okay. Oh.
If you're still listening at this point,
We'll edit most of
Yeah,
this down. We'll cut it down.
who's we?
The fucking midgets we got living in the computer that make the internets work. I watch the documentaries. Why wouldn't this just be on here?
Yeah.
Don't fucking talk to me, Mark.
Can't they just send us a letter or a flyer?
Yeah, they're gonna stop and send you and I a fucking flyer.
We give them enough money.
That's true. What do you got in there? You got any autographs?
Yeah, it's an actual card game. That's pretty fucking funny. I ate a baby.
They had two Rick and Morty board games there that are $40 a piece. And they're only $10.
Wow.
I was like, holy crap! I wish I had friends. Well, you know what? We'll get back to you on the Saratoga Comic-Con, because fuck them.
I can always post it on Facebook.
Well, I just thought we'd kind of mention it now and just have fun with it. But,
Yeah.
we'll be there. Nobody gives a shit about us. My mom even said that it's a whole lost cause. You should just get waterboarded or something like that. So I made a sandwich and got over it. If you like what we do here on the Comic Wrestling Podcast, then keep checking us out. We're on. I plugged my phone and the thing went off and I didn't even realize it and I fucked the thing up. This whole show has just been a whole fucking disaster.
We're on YouTube, we're on Breaker, we're on Spotify, we're on Radio Public, we're on Google Podcasts.
Why are we not on iTunes?
I'm working on that.
Everybody's always asking me, when are you guys going to be on iTunes? Why aren't you on iTunes? I don't know what podcast platform this is. I can't find you on YouTube.
You can't find it on Spotify. What the fuck are you doing?
People that can't find it on YouTube, come on. I'll link it to you.
It's easy. Just look for the name, the logo.
Yeah.
The Comic Wrestling Podcast. I still wish we had the logo up here on the screen. But
even if you do put just the comic shop or the wrestling ring, it comes up too.
Or Wrestling Comic Cast.
Yep.
Isn't that what it is?
Yep.
So, I don't have a Twitter handle. He's Deadly Dave at his fucking thing. He's Marcadius at whatever the fuck he does. We had a great time doing whatever the fuck this was. And we hope you guys did too. And we hope you guys join us again.